Hi, what's your name?
Rhonda Welcome.
How long have you been coming to the fair?
Um, Maybe not quite 40 years, but more than 35, I believe.
It's quite a bit.
It is.
And you bring animals, correct?
Just the last 2 years, I've been bringing the ponies to the fair.
And what's that like?
It's a little different down here. It's more farmy. It's got a really nice country feel to it down here in the
Yeah.
livestock area. Yes.
And were you volunteering before that or just coming to the fair to have fun?
Volunteering. Um, I've volunteered in almost every area except for parking, and I did volunteer one year. We used to help people get on and off a wagon to ride back and forth to the parking lot. That's as close to parking as I came, and I never, after watching them, I'm like, no, I don't want to do parking.
Yes. Do you have a favorite part about the fair?
Common ground. One of the things when I'm telling people about the fair that I say, and this is my animal interest, is that Petter is here. People for Ethical Treatment of Animals has a booth, and the Maine Trappers Association is here. And both of those things realistically exist in our world, and both sets of those people are passionate and caring, and they're here on common ground.
Yeah. Do you have something that you kind of look forward to every year doing?
Meeting new people. I really enjoy that, and hearing why they come. A little like you, I have a journalist nature, and I like to hear what other people experience when they come here.
Yeah. Do you have like a food that you get every year or anything like that?
I get a different food every year. So I think what I do is like, okay, I've got to try something that I've never tried before. Sometimes it turns out really well, and sometimes I give it to somebody else because I'm like, oh, no, that's not what I thought. It used to be, for several years, it was the pea soup that one of the Granges made. They had a little booth, and because it would be so cold here, that would be like one of my things. Okay, I'm going to go get the hot pea soup. Which isn't a fair food, most people think, but it was one of the ones that I liked.
Well, on the topic of fair food, what are your opinion on the pie cones?
Perfect. Absolutely great. Them and the fish tacos, really good. Yeah, there's a really good food here. I have not tried everything, even in all the years I've come. There's always something new.
Yeah. Is there any booth that you really miss having here? Just things turn over.
You know what I miss and don't miss is that for probably 25 years, you couldn't have coffee here. So there was a coffee man. So we would get up in the morning and we would go outside the fairgrounds to get coffee. And that was fun. It was kind of like a little like, oh, we're doing something kind of illegal, but not illegal. And you realized how many people loved coffee, and it was a little coffee clutch of people.
Yeah.
I'd say that's something for the fair that I don't want to go back to not having coffee, but that is a thing. Yes.
Yeah, that would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was around when there wasn't coffee on the fairgrounds.
Right. They tried to fool us with stuff like postum or chickpeas ground up. It didn't quite.
Chicory, I think.
Oh, chicory is the one. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Do you have like a story you tell about the fair? If people are like, "What's the fair like?" Do you have a story you tell them?
Oh, let's see. Well, there's I guess a little comment I used to make is that shaving our legs and not shaving our legs is 70s hippies kind of thing. And my kids always used to say, well, they'd know who I was in a crowd. Except when we were at the fair, they're like, at the fair, you're not going to find mom that way. So that's one of them. Yes, a funny comment. It's not so much now, but it was more of a common thing in the 70s and the early 80s of the late 70s and early 80s of the fair.
Yeah.
Yes. Those of us that were giving up that idea that we had to.
Do you have any favorite memories of the fair?
Oh, so many. You don't have enough time.
I've got plenty of time.
I think the contra dances are always favorite memories. It's just the movement and the colors and the music and the vibration. It's almost like it becomes just a magical spot when you get into the contra dancing area.
Yeah. And do you go to the ones at night or the ones during the day?
I've been to both, and the night ones especially more magical, but they're both beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that memory-wise, the bringing my son, my all my kids here, and my son is the one who got us into being coordinators. He wanted to. He didn't know how you got a staff T-shirt, and he was 7, and I told him that it takes a lot of work. You've got to be really good at something. Um, he just wanted the shirt, and so he met a lovely lady that was moving to Hawaii that ran the country kitchen demonstration tent, and he played ping pong with her. And he said, "Mom," she said, "we could do her area." And I said, "Well, I don't have expertise in what do they even do exactly there. I thought they cooked." And he said, "Well, they have chefs come in." So we went over and we trained with her. And the next year we were coordinating the country kitchen demonstration, and we did that.
Wow.
And he got his staff T-shirt, which is what he wanted. Was
Yeah.
a T-shirt that said staff
That
on
would
it.
do it.
That would do it. Yes, yes. Which he saw as important at the fair. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have anything to say about the animals? I know. you have-
Well, I think that one of the things the fair does for animals and people is that it shows a wide variation. They use the word versatility with my ponies. Is that animal communication is something we've been doing for thousands of years with animals, and everybody who comes here works with their animals in a very unique and special way. Whether it is plowing the ground, which they do here in the spring, and then they come back for the fall and the fair and plow it under again after it's grown its wheat or grain, or I think it was buckwheat this year. There's a whole group of people and a whole group of animals that work together. It's such a community-based thing, and you see the culmination when you come to the fair, but it's something that's happened throughout the year.
Yeah.
My ponies, I guess in particular, why I bring them is that we want to be close to animals, and horses are a unique way of being close to an animal, and they love being petted, and the people that come and just touch them, take their picture, I can just see that it puts a smile on their face.
Yeah.
And my ponies, one of them enjoys it 100% of the time, one enjoys it about 90%, and then he just goes back in the corner and watches people walk by when he's done with, like, okay, I've had all the petting I wanted. But there's a real, and the ponies get to meet other ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they get to meet other animal people, and it's really neat.
And what are your ponies' names?
My ponies' names are Elliot, Pistol, and Phoebe. The 2 smaller ones are both Shetland ponies, and the bigger one is a Welsh pony. They ride and drive, and they mow the lawn, and they hang out in Lubeck, Maine, which is the easternmost point in the United States.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
They
fun.
go into the Atlantic Ocean, and they've been to West Quoddy Head Lighthouse. So.
And they were hanging out with Tally this year, right?
Yes, they were. They were hanging out with Chris Lombard's horse, and that was a really neat experience. Chris did a beautiful round pen demonstration, and while he was talking, you could just feel the whole audience get quieter. And then my ponies got quieter, and before I knew it, my ponies, who don't really like to lie down next to each other, were laying down right next to each other taking a nap. So it was
Aw,
a very, in
that's
the
so
middle of the busy fair, it was a very peaceful moment,
Yeah.
very special.
Do you have anything else you want to say about the fair or the horses? Anything?
I think I want to say it was an amazing amount of young people here, and it was wonderful. And the volunteers are, I don't think I can compare them to anything, all the volunteers that come here and put on this fair.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful for MOFGA to continue to host a place where we can all get together.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Yes, you're welcome.